put some respect on Tyler Glasnow's name. We had an awesome performance tonight for the Dodgers and a big 5-3 win over the Philadelphia Phillies, one of the best teams in the National League in the 2024 season. It is Mike Nelson of Dodgers Digest. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. 5% of you have already subscribed. I want to thank those who have already subscribed. But 94% of you have not yet subscribed. We got to make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any big Dodger news. Let's get right into it. The Dodgers defeated the Phillies 5-3 in a big win. They were led from Teoscar Hernandez, who got a big 2-run homer that gave them, at the time, a 4-2 lead. And then later, Shohei Ohtani added that with a home run to make it 5-3 at that time. But the Hernandez home run ends up being the winning home run, the winning hit. It was a very emotional night, for sure, to say the least, at Dodger Stadium. It was Freddie Freeman's first game back after his absence due to his son's illness. Just great to see Dodger fans, as you can see right here, giving Freddie Freeman a standing ovation before tonight's game. This goes beyond baseball. It goes beyond the standings. Just great to see the fans really coming together. You saw some of the Philly players as well tipping their cap to Freeman, showing some solidarity. As we know, Max Freeman is definitely dealing with a lot right now with a terrible illness. Our prayers are with him for sure. And it's great to see Freddie back, with the Dodgers. I know it's been a difficult last couple weeks for him for sure. Great to see him back. Did pick up a hit in his second up bat. But let's get into the home run from Hernandez. This is the home run that gave them a 4-2 lead. A ball that just barely stayed fair. Just a great home run for Hernandez, who continues to have just an amazing season. The first Dodger home run derby champion. Take a look at the replay here. Got even a bat flip. Just great to see Hernandez picking up that 2-run shot to give the Dodgers a 4-2 lead at that point. That's the kind of season the Dodgers are having. Just really getting contributions from everybody on the field. Everybody's doing their part to help the Dodgers win. And going into this season, nobody expected Hernandez to be hitting like he has been, or even expected him to be part of the home run derby, to say the least. Just signed a 1-year deal with the Dodgers. Basically, the Dodgers have a short-term commitment to him. And it's still yet to be seen, what's going to happen in the offseason, if Hernandez is going to stick around or not, how much money he's going to want after the season he's having. But once again, delivers big, a first-pitch home run, just a great home run for sure for Hernandez. Really great to see him, coming through in those situations. That's what you want to see. You want to see your players, players that don't always, they're not supposed to be batting at the top or, contributing. Those are the ones that sometimes are the ones that end up, really, really coming through and getting those big hits. So really great to see Hernandez, get that home run. It was a great win for the Dodgers, to say the least. As we know, they're currently behind the Phillies, trying to catch them. Just a big win for sure. And it was all, kicked off. It was all led by Tyler Glasnow. That's right, Tyler Glasnow. The player that I started this video out talking about how, you got to put some respect on Glasnow's name. The guy had an amazing game tonight, to say the least. He was great. Outside of, a tough inning where he gave up a couple runs in the second inning, it was a kind of a freak play where the ball kind of bounced up really high, and Glasnow had a hard time throwing it to first. In time, that ended up scoring a run for the Phillies. It was kind of a strange play, but all night long, you could see the Glasnow, his slider was working great. Just a great night overall. Struck out 9 batters, only gave up 3 runs and 4 hits over 6 innings. And guess what? He now has a career high 164 strikeouts on the season. So you got to put some respect on Glasnow's name. The guy is having a great season for the Dodgers. There has been some hiccups along the way, but tonight he showed what kind of an elite pitcher he is, coming through in a against a very good Philadelphia Phillies team. This team is very good, and for Glasnow to come through in this situation is definitely something that the Dodgers have to commend. You have to commend Glasnow for coming through in this situation for sure. And what I really like, is the slider. I think the slider looked really good tonight for Glasnow. The off-speed pitches were on point, getting people to chase, which is what you got to do against an elite hitting lineup. You don't want to throw the ball down the middle and hope they don't swing. So that's what a Glasnow did. That's what he did with all the Phillies' best hitters. With of course Schwarber and Harper. Those guys that are very dangerous. Trey Turner, the top hitter for the Phillies. We know Trey Turner well, after his time with the Dodgers. But those three guys, great for them. And the bullpen, Michael Kopech came in. Kopech, the Dodgers, newest acquisition. He came in and had a good outing as well. Didn't give up any runs. Anthony Banda came in. Just everybody contributed for a great win. Everybody looked great in the pitching. And outside that second inning, where the Dodgers, where Glasnow gave up those 2 runs off one of a free play ground ball that was basically kind of over his head, and he had a hard time throwing it to first. That inning potentially he could have got out of it had he gotten that out, and it would have been a scoreless inning. So that's something to keep an eye on. And then of course Ohtani. His 34th home run. The guy continues just to amaze everybody. And just, wow, what a season for Shohei Ohtani. Our recent video, you go check that out on the channel. We did a video on his, basically, he's now in the 30-30 club, where he picked up 3 stolen bases against the Oakland A's to join that club. And now he has 34 home runs, 32 stolen bases, if I'm not mistaken. Just a great season for Ohtani. Is he going to be a 40-40 player? There was an article out there I saw, was it earlier today, where he might be a 50-50 player. How's that? 50 stolen bases and 50 home runs. That would be something if we would see that this year from Shohei Ohtani. Now, this series, as we know, is a huge series for both teams, the Dodgers and the Phillies. Taking a look at the standings, the Phillies right now have a half a game lead on the Dodgers. That's right, only half a game. So it's close. Tomorrow the Dodgers could potentially win and jump them and take a half game lead. The Brewers are 3 back from the Dodgers now. Brewers were off today, but it's definitely close for sure for the 1, 2, 3 spots. The first and second place team in the standings gets a bye into the divisional round, into the NLDS. The third place team in the league has to play in the wild card round, a best of 3 series against another wild card team. That's something the Dodgers don't want to do. You want to jump into the NLDS, although it's a blessing in disguise, or I should say it's a curse in disguise, because you get a week off. And that, of course, is not always good in baseball. This is not the NFL, where a week off is what you want. Here, you want to keep that rhythm going. So the Dodgers, are playing right now to jump the Phillies, get the number 1 spot, and, kind of get themselves away from the Brewers, who are 3 back. And they got the Brewers next week in a big series in Milwaukee. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye out on that. But really excited. Great win for the Dodgers. 5-3 win over the Phillies. Game 2 tonight, Clayton Kershaw's on the mound. Hopefully Kershaw can bounce back after that tough loss last week against San Diego and get a win on home soil here at Dodger Stadium against the Phillies. Make sure to subscribe to Dodgers Digest for more great Dodger content.